Chapter 10. Breaking the Cycle, Creating a Future of Empowered Women. Real-life interview. Amina, age 38, widow and educator, Kano, Nigeria. When my husband died, I thought the world was ending. I struggled with anger, depression, and fear. But I made a promise to myself that I would not let my children grow up the way I did, seeing their mother hopeless and dependent. I started educating myself, and today, I run a program for widows and women who have been through difficult circumstances. I want every woman to know your story does not define your future. 10.1. The Legacy of Empowerment. In every corner of Africa, widows are the silent warriors, fighting battles few understand. Their strength is often masked by the weight of societal expectations, financial hardship, and emotional isolation. For generations, the narrative has been that widowhood is synonymous with vulnerability, with a life marked by sorrow, dependence, and struggle. But beneath the surface of these stories lies a powerful truth. You are not defined by your circumstances. You are defined by your strength, choices, and resilience. Breaking the cycle of dependence. For too long, widows and women in vulnerable positions have been trapped in cycles that offer no way out. In many African cultures, the idea that a woman can only rely on her husband for stability is deeply ingrained. When that foundation is gone, many women are left in an uncertain, unstable place. But this does not have to be the legacy. You have the power to break that cycle. Empowerment does not begin with external circumstances, but with the decision to take ownership of your life. It is the understanding that you are not less because you are a widow. You are simply standing in a new chapter, one that you can shape for yourself and those who will follow you. Surviving is not enough. Thriving is the goal. Survival is an instinct. It's the act of breathing through the pain, of getting through each day with whatever scraps of hope you can find. But survival, while necessary, should not be the end goal. Thriving is what we should aim for. When you choose to thrive, you step into a place where you have control over your future, where you embrace your strength and the possibilities that lie ahead. Thriving means knowing that you have what it takes to rise above your circumstances and build something better for yourself and your family. Widowhood may have changed your life, but it does not define you. You are still the same powerful woman with dreams, goals, and untapped potential. Breaking the chains for future generations. It's not enough to merely rebuild your life. You must create a legacy of empowerment for the next generation. The daughters, nieces, and younger women in your life are watching. They are learning from you, your resilience, your decisions, your strength. If they see you as a woman who refuses to accept the roles of victimhood and dependence, they will understand that their future is in their hands. Teach them that their value is not tied to anyone else's approval, that their worth is not measured by how others view them, but by how they view themselves. Teach them financial independence. Help them understand the importance of managing money, saving, and building wealth. Show them that a woman can be both loving and financially independent. Teach them the power of education. Whether it's formal schooling or learning a trade, remind them that their minds are tools of liberation. Education opens doors and breaks chains. Teach them resilience. Let them see how you faced challenges and overcame them. Show them how to handle failure, disappointment, and loss with grace and strength. Show them that they, too, can weather life's storms. Raising women who create their own future. The next generation of African women deserves a future where their dreams are not limited by societal expectations, where their value is not dependent on their relationship status or their proximity to a man. They deserve the freedom to define their own lives and legacies. By teaching them the importance of independence, emotional strength, and the value of hard work, we equip them with the tools to create their own future. This is how we raise daughters who are not just survivors, but builders, leaders, and creators. They will no longer be bound by the cycles of dependency that have held generations before them. Empowerment, a legacy beyond widowhood. The true legacy of empowerment is one that extends beyond your own life. It is the foundation upon which future generations will build. It is the freedom for every woman to choose her path, to decide her worth, and to rise above whatever circumstances she is born into. As African widows, we have faced immense challenges, but we also carry the power to create change. The challenges we face do not define us. Our choices, our strength, and our commitment to empowering those who follow us are what will be remembered. We have the power to leave a legacy where future generations, our daughters, nieces, and young women will no longer have to fight the battles we fought. They will have the freedom to rise, thrive, and live lives that are full of possibility and promise. This is the legacy of empowerment we must create. It starts with us, it continues with them, and together we break the cycles, build a better future, and pass down a legacy of strength and empowerment that will shape generations to come. 10.2. The cycle of disempowerment and the courage to break it. Across many African communities, generations of women, especially widows, have been locked into a quiet, inherited cycle of disempowerment. This cycle is not always visible, but its effects are deeply felt. It often begins with dependency not by choice, but by design. Dependence on their late husband's family. When a husband dies, many women find themselves at the mercy of in-laws who control property, finances, and even decisions about the woman's future. Some are evicted, stripped of assets, or forced into humiliating traditions in the name of mourning. Dependence on cultural conditioning. From a young age, girls are taught that men are the providers and women the dependents. This mindset traps women in relationships, 7 toxic ones, because they feel powerless to survive alone. Dependence on silence. In many traditions, a woman's voice in financial, social, and spiritual matters is muted. She is told to endure, obey, and adjust even when it costs her dignity, safety, or identity. But this cycle is not unbreakable. It can be dismantled, but only with deliberate effort, courageous choices, and collective support. Breaking the cycle begins with 1. Education and skill building. O. A woman with knowledge is dangerous to the chains of oppression. O. Education opens minds, skills open doors. Whether it's tailoring, catering, farming, tech, or literasevery, new skill is a strike against dependency. 2. Financial independence. O. Even small earnings can spark big changes. O. A woman with her own income has bargaining power, decision-making power, and most importantly, freedom. O. Teaching women how to budget, save, and grow money must become a community priority. 3. Mentorship and support systems. O. No one rises alone. Women need safe spaces, circles of strength where they can be seen, heard, and guided. O. Older women must mentor younger ones. Faith groups, NGOs, and community leaders must invest in empowerment programs that equip and uplift. The cycle of disempowerment ends where courage begins. Let every woman know, you were not born to beg, you were born to build. How to break the cycle. Steps for the empowered woman. True empowerment is not a one-time event. It is a journey of rebuilding the mind, restoring confidence, and reimagining what is possible. For every woman who wants to rise above the inherited patterns of dependency and silence, here are foundational steps that light the way. 1. Educate yourself and others. Education is more than going to school. It's the act of equipping your mind for freedom. Ignorance keeps many women in cycles of limitation, but knowledge unlocks doors. Start with what you have. Whether you are learning, tailoring in a neighbor's shed, or taking free online courses through your phone, just start. There is power in humble beginnings. Read and listen. Seek out books, sermons, podcasts, and teachings that grow your mind. Feed your intellect like you feed your body. Pass it on. Don't keep your knowledge to yourself. Teach your daughters, your nieces, the young girls in your church or neighborhood. When you educate one woman, you equip a generation. What I know, I teach. What I learn, I share. Amina, educator. 2. Build financial independence. Without money, many women are forced to trade dignity for survival. But with financial knowledge and discipline, a woman becomes harder to manipulate and easier to respect. Save intentionally. Even 1-0 weekly builds over time. Open a simple savings account or join a women's thrift group, Osusu. Earn consistently. No income is too small if it is honest. From selling snacks to braiding hair, raising chickens, or learning online jobs, start where you are. Diversify. Don't rely on one income stream. Look into side hustles, digital freelancing, or seasonal business ideas like school supplies or holiday items. A woman with financial freedom is not a slave to anyone's opinion or circumstance. Nosy A, financial advisor. 3. Embrace emotional strength. Empowerment without emotional healing leads to burnout. You must nurture your inner world if you want to thrive in the outer one. Acknowledge your pain. Many women carry silent wounds: loss, betrayal, abuse. You are allowed to grieve, but don't live there. Seek help. Talk to a counselor, a trusted elder, or a support group. Healing happens in honest spaces. Affirm your identity. Speak life over yourself. I am strong. I am worthy. I am more than what happened to me. Emotional strength is the courage to forgive, to start again, and to keep believing when it's hard. 4. Build a network of support. No woman rises in isolation. Isolation breeds despair. Connection builds courage. Find your tribe. Whether in your local church, market, or community, surround yourself with women who encourage you, pray for you, and push you forward. Be vulnerable. It's okay to say, I need help. Asking does not make you weak, it makes you wise. Create safe spaces. Host small group meetings, prayer circles, or skill-sharing meetups. If no one is organizing support, be the one who starts. Empowered women don't compete, they complete each other. Final word. These steps may seem small, but small steps taken daily become mighty milestones over time. You are not too old, it's not too late, and you are not alone. Break the cycle, start now, and never look back. 10.3. The role of education in breaking the cycle. Education is not merely the act of attending school, it is the awakening of a woman's potential. It is the light that exposes lies, destroys dependency, and ignites confidence. For African women, especially widows and young girls caught in generational poverty or patriarchal systems, education is more than opportunity, it is liberation. What happens when a woman is educated? 1. She has more choices in life. An educated woman is not forced to accept every condition placed on her. She can choose her path, whether in career, relationships, motherhood, or leadership. She no longer asks, what do they want me to become? But declares, this is who I've chosen to become. 2. She makes informed decisions. From understanding her rights to managing her money, raising healthy children, or navigating relationships, education gives her a map to a better life. A woman who knows better, chooses better for herself and for those she leads. 3. She rises above limitation. Cultural expectations may say, a woman's place is in the kitchen. But an educated woman says, a woman's place is wherever her purpose calls her. She learns to question what no longer serves her growth and breaks free from inherited fear. Education must be holistic, not just academic. We must expand our definition of education beyond classroom walls. African women need formal education. Access to secondary and tertiary education for girls must become non-negotiable. Financial literacy. Teach women how to earn, save, invest, and multiply money. Life skills. Train women in critical thinking, conflict resolution, hygiene, parenting, and emotional intelligence. Vocational skills. Skills like tailoring, catering, digital work, and farming empower women to create income from anywhere. Leadership development. Equip women to speak boldly, lead confidently, and advocate for others. If you educate a man, you educate an individual. If you educate a woman, you educate a nation. African proverb. The real battle, accessibility and cultural shift. Access to education remains a barrier in many parts of Africa. Early marriage, poverty, and domestic responsibilities still rob many girls of their future. We must sponsor girls' education. One girl in school today is one less woman in poverty tomorrow. Challenge cultural norms. Let our daughters know that education is not a privilege, it's a right. Educate mothers. An educated mother raises educated children. It's not too late to start learning, no matter your age. A call to action. Every church, every community leader, every government and family must prioritize female education. Not just because it's right, but because it's powerful. Educate a woman. Empower a home. Uplift a nation. Quotes to reflect on. Empowered women empower the world. One woman at a time, one lesson at a time. C. Ngwu. When a woman rises, she pulls others with her. African proverb. The power to break the cycle lies not in what has been taken from you, but in what you choose to build. Dr. Aisha Bello, women's advocate. 10.4 Personal reflection exercise. The future I want to build. Step 1. Reflect on your current situation. 1. Am I stuck in a cycle of dependency? 2. What steps have I taken to break free from that cycle? 3. What holds me back from achieving my goals? Step 2. Write your empowerment vision. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Where do you want to be? What have you achieved? What has changed in your life, in your family, in your community? Write down your vision for your future. Step 3. Create a 5-step action plan. Action plan, timeline status. E. Education, skill building, courses, books. R. Financial independence, start saving, investment. San. Building emotional resilience, therapy, support. 4. Networking, join groups, find a mentor. 5. Giving back, mentor another woman. Closing words for Chapter 10. It is not enough to survive in the face of loss, hardship, or adversity. The time has come for you to thrive. The generations that come after you must not inherit your pain. They must inherit your strength, wisdom, and power to create a better future. It's time to break the cycle of dependency, the cycle of silence, and the cycle of limitation. Start today. Start now. You have the power to create a new legacy for yourself, for your children, and for every woman who follows in your footsteps.
Epilogue. The final chapter is yours to write. This journey has not been an easy one. It has been woven with pain, culture, silence, sacrifice, and a deep cry for something more than survival, more than tradition, more than what the world says a widow or an African woman can become. But here's what you must remember. You are not powerless. You are not the forgotten shadow of a man who is gone. You are not a victim of a culture that taught you to shrink. You are not defined by your losses, your labels, or your limitations. You are still here for a reason. This book is not just a story, it is a mirror to show the truth of what too many women endure in silence, and a map toward what is possible when we refuse to let the silence win. Whether you are a widow, a single mother, a young wife, or a girl growing up in a world that often dismisses your voice, know this: your future is not decided by your past, it is created by your choices. Choose to rise. Choose to learn. Choose to build. Choose to break cycles. Choose to speak. Choose to be the first empowered woman in your lineage, so you will not be the last. One day, your daughter will tell a story about you. Let it be this: my mother was not just a woman who suffered. She was a woman who changed the story for all of us.